And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, a player profile that you're going to want to sit back and enjoy today. A young lady who is a senior this year, but has made her mark all over the great school district as well as the community of Salem. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we welcome and invite in one of the goats of the area. She's done it all, and she's done it all a few times. Ladies and gentlemen, Rylee Hutton. Hi, Rye. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. All right, so let's start from the beginning. We've had a chance to kind of watch your career
Mhm.
ascend, and you've done this since a very young age. I've seen videos of you early on 21 WFMJ as an ice skater, a figure skater, and you've kind of gone up from there from a standpoint of taking over seemingly everything that you've ever kind of went into. So basketball, soccer, track and field, things of that nature. So let's start with figure skating. What was it about figure skating in the early going that got you involved and got you to be incredibly talented in the sports world?
Yeah, figure skating is a very competitive sport. So I think that's from an early age. I started when I was 3. So, like, growing up, it was just like bred into me, like, to be competitive and everything. So I think that definitely played a big role on, like, all the other sports growing up. And, like, skating, you fall a lot. It's very tough. The coaches are harsh on you. So I think growing up, that, like, put me in the right mindset for sports and just like really helped with everything. So I'm very appreciative for figure skating.
Figure skating is, I mean, it's a huge challenge, huge
Yeah.
challenge. Most people can't skate right now. I'm 39. I couldn't skate anything, and you're doing it at 3 years old. What were some of the early challenges for you from a standpoint of just overcoming adversity and things of that nature? I think your sister did it as well, did she not?
Yeah, she did. We both did it. Yeah.
So from that standpoint, what was some of the adversity that you faced that you learned to overcome that helped you later on, maybe in life or in other sports?
Yeah, it's definitely not easy to figure skate at all. It took a lot of challenges and everything, a lot of practice, a lot of time. I would be there every single day of the week until I was probably like 15 years old. If I had like a week off, it was like a big deal. So that really just helped me with everything else because I knew I had to put a lot of time into things to get good at it. So that's exactly what I did with basketball, soccer, and track. I had to practice and practice to get to where I'm at. So yeah, it definitely helped a lot.
So let's fast forward, I don't know, about 15 years. Here you sit, a senior at Salem. You have, I want to say that the majority of the record books you've cleaned out and rewritten your name all over it. From a standpoint of all the sports that you've been able to touch, why is it so important to you that you not only respect these records that you're breaking, but also rewriting them along the way?
Yeah, growing up and everything, like I said, I was always very competitive. So that played a big role into when I came to high school. And I just have a real big drive for sports, a big passion. And always my, I'm always tough on myself and everything. So I just feed that into sports. And I just have a competitive mindset. I always want to win and everything. And so I always just give my all into sports. So that definitely helped me throughout the years of breaking records and everything like that. So
Your humility is incredible. I mean, we've talked about this before. You would not even want to mention some of the records that you've broken along the way, but they have to be mentioned because of the talent and because of the prestige of the records and the school district that you're doing it in. For you, did you go in wanting, certain records or certain kind of standards that you hold yourself accountable to?
yeah, whenever I was a freshman, I didn't really know what was gonna happen, how it was gonna be or anything. But like once I noticed that I could do some things, break some records, that's when just an early age as a freshman, it really like drove me to really practice a lot, keep like going, keep pushing, like, and everything, which led to like the bigger picture in the end with everything. So yeah, it's definitely started early on when I saw I could reach those goals, and so then I kind of just chased them my entire career throughout Salem. So
You've been on some great teams with some great teammates. What is the best part of your kind of I don't know, your algorithm or your utility belt of being a good teammate?
Yeah, I mean, teammates are everything. Teammates help me reach all these goals, and just being on so many amazing teams throughout my high school career is like something I'm so grateful for. Like the friendships I've made and everything, they help me reach my goals. They always all believe in me and everything. So it's definitely probably like one of the most important things to have. It's great to have lucky with great teammates throughout my life. So
One of your ultimate teammates, I think, your sister, a young lady who is getting it done at Youngstown State University. I think you're in her golf room, you said right now.
yeah, I am.
So, from that standpoint, what's it been like growing up in a family that is a very competitive family? I mean, you guys are obviously competing for that last name naturally, but you're also competing for each other and with each other a lot of the times as well.
Yeah, like I said, like we grew up like even competing against each other sometimes with skating, so we both had that mindset growing up and everything, but just looking up to her, seeing her break records in golf and everything and just seeing her like always practice and practice and practice with golf, I think that definitely helped me a lot, and she definitely helps me now because she's my biggest supporter. She's always texting me before games if I'm having a bad day or something like that. She's always texting me and like trying to keep my head up and everything. So she definitely is one of my biggest supporters and helped me through this all. So very thankful for her.
One of the biggest challenges I think that nobody's going to talk about, at least at length, is the fact that when you're a senior and there's a new coaching regime that comes into town and essentially kind of shakes everything up, right? So, and that's nothing that you could help or anybody could help. It's just how it is. For you, what has been the biggest piece of trying to build back what you had at Salem the last 3 years and some of the great moments that you've had under a new regime of a coaching staff?
Yeah, it was definitely a challenge this year, just like facing adversity and everything like that. Definitely a big change. I think a lot of people don't notice, like having the same coach for 3 years, and then my senior year, like all kind of changes. There's girls like coming up from JV. We kind of had to like rebuild our entire thing. The last 3 years, we really focused on like energy, positivity. Just like we had a lot of the Salem standard and everything like that. So whenever it was all changed, there's definitely a challenge for all of us. But each day we tried to just work on like new things and like being open to everything. And we struggled a little bit at the beginning of the season, but I think as the season went on, we learned how to face those challenges and like adapt to adversity. So yeah, definitely challenging. But I think honestly, in the long run, it was a good challenge for us. So
I've been very impressed of how you have come along and this team has come along, especially of late. When you look at the group that has stayed together, I mean, you and Lowe, and from that standpoint, the expectations never changed
mm-hmm.
because some of obviously you graduated a lot of players in the last 2 years. When you talk about Coach Hamilton, with her moving on and your staff moving on, when you think about how this team has progressed, was it just figuring out the right kind of gelling? Was it the right kind of situation, or do you see this team getting better as we head towards the tournament?
Um, yeah, I honestly see us getting better as we go through the tournament. We just played Austin Town Fitch, and it was probably like our best game we played together. And it's like finally we had that game that how we know we can be, and like we know that's the team we are. So for it to come at the end of season, a little late, but honestly, we're just focused on tournaments now. So that's going to help us in the long run for tournaments and just try to go as far as we can and keep that same mentality we've been playing. So.
What are some of the boxes that you have left to check? For this year, your senior year, what are some of the things you want to accomplish, whether it be personal or from a team perspective?
Um, just keep on like pushing and everything, and just to get all my teammates and us all to be on the same page and everything. And honestly, just to get as far as we can, just to not let down. Like try to help my teammates get like energy and excited for the game, and so we can play to our best of our ability. Just trying to be a leader these last couple weeks.
these last couple of weeks. Obviously, it's you've still got some work to do in the spring sports, as I understand. But for you, what's what is out there? I mean, are there opportunities to play at the next level? Is that something you want to do? Is that something you're still exploring? Where are you at in the process?
Yeah, thankfully I've been blessed to get an opportunity to play all three sports in college. I'm not sure which to do yet. I'm still trying to figure that out, but definitely want to continue on playing basketball. It's always been my love and everything like that. So definitely excited to keep on going in college.
And now we're not going to prod you as to some of those schools because we want it to be an exciting and a surprise for everybody else. But like when you look at obviously going to the next level, when there's an element of athletics, but the academics have to come first, and they have for you for a long time. What are you looking to utilize? Do you know what you'd like to major in, and why?
Yeah, I actually think I want to major in early childhood education. My sister is currently in that right now and she likes it a lot, and I've always just had a love for like teaching kids and everything like that. For a side job, I teach little kids with basketball and everything, and I just really notice how much I love like seeing them grow and trying to teach them and everything. So yeah, I'm looking into going in that, and obviously it's going to be tough balancing with sports, but they seem to, if you're an athlete in college, they seem to understand that, like the professors and everything. So it's definitely something I adapt to, but no, little change can't hurt. So
I think you'd be phenomenal at it. We talk all the time about the young teachers and teachers that teach young kids. They've got
mhm,
to be able to bring the juice all day, and you've got to
yeah.
either meet that energy that the young ones bring or exceed it. You've
Hmm.
been able to do that on the floor, on the field, on the pitch, um, constantly through your career. How do you keep energized throughout these contests? Is it? I mean, are you taking like Red Bull? Is it something that you just have to build up your strength and your things of that nature, your immunities? Well, how do you do it constantly at such a high level?
I mean, I always have friends that surround me that push me and just like keep me going, always keep a positive environment and everything. So that definitely helps so much. And I have a great family and like coaching staff and everything. Like all my coaches throughout my life and my family have always just been there for me and they understand. So that always makes it a little bit easier to just keep on going and keep that mentality and everything.
You alluded to the support staff. I mean, we can't let you go without talking about your family, who's been incredibly supportive,
Mhm.
like you said, through this entire journey. When you think of your family, what stands out to you? What are some of the things that you're so appreciative of that maybe you can't always say thank you in person that you want to give them a shout out?
Yeah, I mean, they're always there for me no matter what. Like if I have a bad game, a bad meet, or like anything, no matter what, they're still just telling me how proud they are of me every day. I think my dad always sends me texts all the way throughout the day, just like how proud he is of me, and like no matter what like happens, like he's just always proud of me. And same with like my sister and my mom, they're always just so supportive of everything I do. So yeah, I'm very thankful for all of them and definitely they have all helped me where I am today. So
When you look back, and obviously you've got some time to do so, but you're going to get a paper over the next couple months that says you've met all the requirements that Salem High School's had out for you. When you reflect on your career, not only at Salem but your athletic career, throughout your life, what are some of the main pieces that you really think back on with with some shine, and you really appreciate the moments that you have?
yeah, there's been so many great moments that I'm thankful for throughout my career. Making it to the regional finals my sophomore year for basketball is something that like I know a lot of people don't get to experience. So even like the fact that I was allowed to experience that with like a great team and everything was grateful. For the records I broke and everything, just like after everyone just like so happy for me and everything, or like memories that like I'll have forever, and just to leave a mark on Salem is amazing. I know that a lot of little girls look up to me and everything, so the fact I'm able to like do that for them is something really special.
Last question, and you just perfect segue right into it. The little girls, the little boys that look up to you, what what message do you have for them as they look at your records in the record books and they want to not only recognize you, but hopefully they want to break those records at some point and be on some special teams themselves? What messages do you have for those young ones that are looking to accomplish the things that you have?
Yeah. Just to always work hard, keep working hard, practice what you want to get good at, and don't ever be too scared to make goals too high for yourself. You can always reach them with a lot of hard work and dedication. And yeah, just work hard and you can see good results out of it. So,
Rylee Hutton, we can't thank you enough. We appreciate you not only today, but each and every day leading up to this. You've been such an integral part, and your family's been an integral part of the growth here at YSN. And you made it fun to watch along the way. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck heading down this final stretch.
thank you so much.